Alrighty, welcome back to a wonderful episode of I'm So Beastly Trivia. This is episode 22. We are doing a general knowledge episode today. Over the past week, I have been thinking about the format, and I decided to simplify it, to streamline it. The new format, every single episode will have 21 questions, right? No wheel. And there will be no wheel for points. It's either if you get it right, great. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong. But there's simply just going to be 21 questions. Question, talk about it, answer. Question, talk about it, answer. And we're just going to keep it like that. It's simple, it's fun, and it makes things smooth. And we're all about smooth, like butter, right? Call me Mr. Butter, because we're smooth. Smooth. Oh man, peanut butter. Real peanut butter is so good. Just the peanuts, maybe a little salt, little olive oil, maybe not olive oil. I don't know, some type of oil. Turns into anyway. Peanut butter is good. Yeah. So let's just get started here. We've got 21 sweet questions, somewhat obscure, all over the map. But general knowledge nonetheless. So here we go. Question 1. What country has the world's only non-quadrilateral flag? Which country has the world's only non-quadrilateral flag? Okay, in case you're wondering what that means, it's basically the only flag in the world that is not a rectangle or a square, essentially. It is a different shape. There's only one nation, and so we are going to be searching for that. It's actually a dope flag. It's basically two triangles. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is one of the places on my bucket list. It's a really cool place. Believe it's in the mountains. I'll give you this hint. It's definitely not a country that you would think about very often. Perhaps after this you will, but I don't know. Flags are pretty fascinating. They're pretty dope. But it's interesting that that only one country has a flag that's not a square or rectangle. So with that in mind, which country is that country with a flag that is not a square or rectangle? The only non-quadrilateral flag in the world, that would be Nepal. Nepal. I'm Nepal that you didn't know that. Oh man, what a joke. All right, anyway, question 2. All right, which element has the chemical symbol W? Now we're talking periodic table. Which element has the symbol W? Does it make sense? Maybe, maybe not. We're talking about the periodic table of elements. Which element? Good one. Which element has the symbol W? All right. If you are listening after the fact on Spotify or any other podcast platform, note that this is live on YouTube and TikTok. So if I am making comments, it is to one of those chats. So if you want to know, just join us next time. Join us live next time, every Wednesday night. All right. I'll give you a hint. It is a Pokemon. Slowpoke has one of the... Nope, wrong one. Anyway, we're going to just move on. So which element, question 2, has the chemical symbol W on the periodic table? That would be tungsten. Tungsten. Why is it W? IDK, but it is. It's not exactly one I think about, but tungsten is incredibly hard, so that's also pretty cool. Question 3. Getting into space now. I love space. Space is super dope. Which planet has the shortest day in the solar system? All right. Which planet in our solar system has the shortest day? Basically, which planet spins the fastest around its axis? Yes. Perhaps. Yes. This also means that it's spinning super fast because it is the biggest planet. So that's a hint. Which planet has the shortest day in the solar system? That would be Jupiter. The fat red man has the shortest day, I mean, it's spinning the fastest. So it's spinning extra fast because it's the biggest, and it technically, I guess you would think, would have the most to go around, but also it's still a circle, so it's still 360 degrees, right? Anyway, whatever. It's spinning fast. Okay, now question 4. What ancient city was destroyed alongside Pompeii in 79 CE? What ancient city was destroyed alongside Pompeii in 79 CE? All right, this city actually has a connection to a mythological god, mythological creature, mythological character. Oh, thank you. Me not pay attention. But yes, this is it is I guess related to a Disney movie, perhaps. And that movie, it's a cool movie, all right? It's a cool movie. It's an animated movie. I want to say Greek mythology, but Roman mythology, I suppose, based since it's Pompeii. But this name of the city has a similar name to the hero in this Disney animated film. So the city that was destroyed alongside Pompeii in 79 CE by the massive eruption of Mount Vesuvius was Herculaneum. Hercules being that movie. Herculaneum being the city that also got destroyed. All right. Hopefully we're doing okay. Moving on to question 5. This one's cool because vampires are hardcore. All right. Which country contains the region of Transylvania? This is a real region. This is a real country. Which country contains the region of Transylvania? Yes, Dracula is there. Yes, Hotel is there. Hotel Transylvania. Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, I think, other famous people. Yes, the werewolf and the bat boy. The human and the monster get married in Transylvania. Yes. So, what country contains the region of Transylvania? This is a real country. Transylvania is a real place. That would be the country of Romania. The country of Romania. Fun fact, I did some searching for international housing, and Romania was a consistent result on the list because it is shockingly cheap to buy some sweet property there in case you have the coin and you're looking to relocate to the place with the most vampires in the world. That's not an opinion. That is a fact. Yes. But anyway, Romania. Transylvania. Romania is a dope place. Look it up. They also used to have a really good gymnastics team in the Olympics. Other than that, I don't really know anything about Romania. All right. Question 6. What is the study of flags called? Obviously, I think flags are cool. This is the second question about flags on here. I also designed my own flag, a new flag for the United States. It is a really awesome flag, a 50-pointed star with the stripes, the 50-pointed stars in the center. Really cool. It's honestly perfect, but that's neither here nor there. So, yes, question 6. What is the study of flags called? I will tell you this. The study of, we can just assume that it ends in ology, because ology is the study of. So, if your word ends in ology, then that's basically 50% of the answer. But the answer to question 6, the study of flags, is vexillology. Vexillology. Vexillolgy. Yes, Vexillollogy. Yes, that is the correct spelling. Vexillology. Flags are cool. The show Big Bang Theory, he had a live internet show, live YouTube show on flags. Sheldon did. Fun with flags is what he called it. And yes, fun can be had with flags because flags are super fun. Moving on to something more relevant. Question 7. I actually got to pet one of these in person one time after I climbed a tree. So pretty dope. It's also a slight hint. Number 7, which animal has fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse investigators? All right, which animal has fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse investigators? Thank you, Ghosty. I mean, obviously this animal, if their fingerprints are close to humans, that means they probably share some similar DNA. They're probably dope. But, I mean, what are they? They're just cruising around crime scenes, just touching stuff, confusing investigators? How does that even make sense? I suppose if they're in this part of the country or this part of the world, and they're actively solving a crime, but perhaps they escaped and now they're in the middle of things. Unsure, but we are sure about this. So this animal, I climbed a tree. It's a small animal. And it's there, and then you look at it, and it's tiny. It's a small animal, and it's adorable, and it kind of shakes when you try to go pet it because it doesn't actually want to be petted. I don't think, but maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it just isn't used to seeing humans. Anyway, number 7, which animal has fingerprints so similar to humans that they can confuse investigators? That would be the koala. When I lived in Australia, I climbed a tree and pet a koala. It was one of the cutest things I'd ever seen in my entire life. All right, now, question 8. Which composer wrote The Planets? Which composer wrote The Planets? We all love The Planets. Oh, hey, puppy. The Planets, it would make sense if perhaps we're not the biggest fans of compositions, but nonetheless, here we are. I have never actually heard of The Planets, but apparently it's famous. And this guy is seemingly not an American based on his name, but also who knows? At least his lineage doesn't seem to be American, but perhaps. But number 8, which composer wrote The Planets? That would be Gustav Holst. Gustav Holst. Maybe it's a good one. We'll have to go check it out sometime. Number 9, what is the largest internal organ in the human body? All right, what is the largest internal organ in the human body? Okay, internal. We know what the largest external organ is. We are looking for the largest internal organ. And I suppose there's a couple different answers. We're not looking for the... Well, you know what? I'm not even going to give a hint. We're just going to... What is the largest internal organ in the human body? Some people eat this. Not necessarily the human this, but they do eat it. And I can't say that I would because it sounds disgusting, TBH. Oh. All right. The largest organ in the human body, the answer to number 9 is the liver. The liver. Liver and onions is a common meal places. Not for me. I don't know why people are eating liver and onions. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, number 10. What was the first element artificially produced? What was the first element to be artificially produced? Okay, in case you are unaware of what artificially produced means, it means not produced by nature. It was created in a lab for the purpose of science. Been watching a documentary series on metal music. It's called Metal Evolution. Highly recommend checking it out. Pretty hardcore. Metal music, a lot of varieties. Making me want to be a front man to a metal band and just sing my little heart out. Even though I don't even know if I could sing proper. But hey, we may try. We may try one of these days. All right. Number 10, what was the first element artificially produced? That would be technetium or technetium, depending on the pronunciation. It is Technetium. I'm going to say technetium, but who knows, right? Who knows? Number 11, which sea has no coastline? Which sea has no coastline? All right. And the reason it has no coastline is because it is surrounded by 2 other bodies of water. This is actually a question I have asked before on a previous episode, well far back in the gambit. But also fascinating that this is even possible to have a sea with no coastline. Like nature is so cool. Nature is so hardcore. All right, number 11, which sea has no coastline? That would be the Sargasso Sea. Sargasso Sea. All right, it is surrounded by 2 different bodies of water, or yes, but it does not touch land. All right. Number 12. What is the deepest lake in the world? Number 12. What is the deepest lake in the world? What is the deepest lake in the world? What is the deepest lake in the world? If you know, it's not exact, but if you know the name of the guy who voiced Salem, the cat, on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the show that came out in the 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there, you would have some sort of connection to the pronunciation of this lake. So, with that hint in mind, question 12, what is the deepest lake in the world? That would be Lake Baikal or Baikal. The voice actor for Salem the cat on Sabrina the Teenage Witch, his name is Nick Bakai. Last name Bakai. This name Lake Baikal. Baikal is very similar. Obviously, it's not the same. It's similar enough to make the connection. So that's that. Moving on to Fibonacci 13. Which Roman emperor made Christianity legal within the Roman Empire? All right. Which Roman emperor made Christianity legal in the Roman Empire? Yes, religion throughout the years has been quite the issue politically. It has been legal, illegal. Certain ones have caused many deaths, many wars. But yeah, it has been quite the journey for these different religions throughout history. But this man right here kind of changed history when he made Christianity legal in the Roman Empire. There's actually a modern song about him. Maybe just a line in a song, but it seems to be an entire song. All right. That might not even be the tune or the song. It might not even be a song. I don't know. But the emperor that made Christianity legal within the Roman Empire is Constantine the First. Constantine the First. I was thinking of Constantinople. Maybe that's a song. Maybe that's a line in a song. Maybe it's nothing. But whoa, Constantinople, whoa, whoa. It sounds right. Maybe, I don't know. All right, number 14. What is the name of the boundary around a black hole which nothing can escape? So what is the boundary called around a black hole and where nothing can get beyond? Think about your line of sight and what you can see. What can you see? What's it called when you're looking beyond? When you're looking beyond, what's it called? 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 It's something that happens, and it's the edge of the... All right, anyways. All right, obviously I'm going to start a band soon, so I need to practice. But anyway, 14. What is the name of the boundary around a black hole in which nothing can escape? That would be the event horizon. Event horizon. Number 15. Which bird has the largest wingspan of any living bird? All right. Which bird has the largest wingspan of any living bird? Okay. If you know anything about golf, now granted, this is not the entire name, but if you know anything about golf, it goes birdie, eagle, and then this. This is the name for one shot better than an eagle. It's actually a cool bird. It's a water bird, I believe. I believe. I could be mistaken. I'm not a bird wizard. Right? I'm not a bird wizard, but oh man, somebody maybe soon. We'll have to figure that one out. All right, 15. Which bird has the largest wingspan of any living bird? That would be the wandering albatross. Wandering albatross. Albatross, that's one shot better than an eagle if you play golf. And the wandering albatross, it's interesting, right? Sorry, wandering. I pronounced it incorrectly. My mistake. The wandering albatross, it can't stay in any place too long. It's got to figure out its path, its journey in life. It's always got to wander where it's going. Okay, that was a terrible joke. Moving on. Indeed. Number 16. Which philosopher tutored Alexander the Great? All right. Which philosopher tutored Alexander the Great? All right, Alexander the Great was a great man. He was a war hero of sorts. His thinking propelled him beyond his... I'm drawing blanks on words right now. I can't think of words. Anyway, Alexander the Great. His name was Alexander, and he did great stuff. And his tutor was the third in line of the big three of Greek philosophers. So, I will say the first great philosopher was Socrates. The second great philosopher was Plato. And the third great... That's a 3, not a 2. The third great philosopher in Greek who tutored Alexander the Great was, in fact, Aristotle. So Aristotle was the tutor of Alexander the Great. So kudos to you if you got that correct. Philosophy is fabulous. Look it up. Number 17. What is the name of the largest moon of Neptune? Right? What is the name of the largest moon of Neptune? In Dungeons and Dragons, this is actually the species of character that I played. This is actually the species. Man, my cat ripped my hand apart. If you can see it earlier. Perhaps you can't. Maybe you can. Yes. Torched my hand. But anyway, this was the species of character that I played in Dungeons and Dragons. It's pretty awesome. It's a swimmer. It's also the wielded staff of... Oh, yes, the wielded staff, I believe, of King Neptune in SpongeBob. All right. But, yeah, so anyway, the name of the largest moon of Neptune is Triton. All right, Triton is the largest moon of Neptune. Number 18, 4 questions left. Number 18, what is the largest species of penguin? Right? What is the largest species of penguin? Penguins are fat boys. They're cute, but they swim on their stomach, and they're all pretty large. But this one, not happy feet. There's a movie called Surf's Up, and Shia LaBeouf plays the voice of the main character. I don't remember his name, but he's just like, I want to be the best surfer in the world, and I'm gonna surf my way to the other coast. So he's just cruising on waves that are happening in the icy waters, and he's surfing up. He's surfing all over the place. He's hanging 10. And it's pretty cool. I don't know what type of penguin he was, but the movie Surf's Up. Check it out. It's a quality film. Happy Feet's also pretty cool. March of the Penguins, also much sadder. Those are the only 3 penguin things I know. Mr. Popper's Penguins. And then I know that, that's pretty much the only penguin stuff I know. But number 18, what is the largest species of penguin? The largest species of penguin makes sense is the emperor penguin. All right, the emperor penguin is the largest species of penguin. I mean, the emperor's a fat boy. Back in the day, the rich people used to be the fattest people because they were the only ones that could truly afford food. So maybe the emperor penguin steals the food and he's the biggest boy in the flock. I don't know what you call a flock of penguins. That's a good question. If someone could comment what a flock of penguins is called, could just be a flock of penguins. I don't know, but if you can comment what a flock of penguins is called, then kudos to you. Add an extra point for whatever reason. Hey, all right, number 19. Which scientist discovered the neutron? All right, which scientist discovered the neutron? The James Isaac neutron, the Jimmy neutron. Oh, no way. Oh, man, that is so smart. Oh, my gosh. That is so smart by the creators of that show. Wow. All right, the show Jimmy Neutron. He has a dog called Goddard. All right, he has a best friend named Carl. His other best friend is named Sheen. Then they have a teacher named Mrs. Fowler who's like, Carl! And she's always doing her thing. She's always yelling at Carl. She's like, Bark! Sounds like a bird. A Fowler. All right, a bird. Makes sense. But the name James Isaac Neutron makes so much more sense now as I'm putting it together, because the man who discovered the neutron, his name was James Chadwick. So they combined James Chadwick and Isaac Newton to make James Isaac Neutron. James is the long form for Jimmy. Why? I don't know. But James, Jimmy, Isaac, Neutron, Newton. Boom. Oh my gosh, the connection is flawless. Flawless connection. All right, the more you know, the more you know. All right, number 20, so last 2 questions. Number 20. What is the rarest naturally occurring element in Earth's crust? All right, what is the rarest naturally occurring element in Earth's crust? All right, the naturally rarest occurring element in Earth's crust. I was going to make an element joke, but I can only think of them periodically. Oh, man, was that a quality joke. Yes. What is the rarest naturally occurring element in Earth's crust? Yes. Oh my gosh. What? Oh man, that's an all-timer. That is an all-timer. Anyway, number 20, the rarest naturally occurring element in Earth's crust, astatine. 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 Something I didn't even know was an element. But this brings us into question 21, which also connects to the greatest game of all time, even though the question technically has nothing to do with it. Number 21. Which country was formerly known as Abyssinia? Which country was formerly known as Abyssinia? Oh, what's up, Chief? Abyssinia, the Abyss. All right, that's the Abyss is how you can runecraft really fast in RuneScape. You go there, you got to watch out because it's in the wilderness, so you could get killed by players, or you could get killed by the abyssal leeches or the abyssal walkers, abyssal workers. But anyway, you can go to any of the altars and craft your runes. It's fabulous. So it connects to the greatest game of all time, which I'm also I'm also obsessed with again. My dog, X Logan, I can invite you to the next trivia day if you would like. That'd be fabulous and fun. Thank you for popping by. But yes, RuneScape. If you haven't played it, play it. It's sweet, and I'm absolutely obsessed again. And it's almost becoming a problem, but we're strong. But yes, anyway, this is a real country. So the country that is formerly known as Abyssinia, I kind of got off on a fat tangent there, right? The country formerly known as Abyssinia is now known as Ethiopia. Is now known as Ethiopia. Oh, and there you have it, folks. That is I'm So Beastly Trivia. 21 questions, general knowledge, connected, unconnected, kind of irrelevant. That's what the general is. And guess what, folks? It's also trivial. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did come in second place last night in a trivia and won $15 gift card to the place itself. And yes, I am the GOAT. But that is all of our time here. I'm actually about to pop off and hop on RuneScape. Of course I am. Of course I am. As if that's any question. As if that's even a question. All right. Thank you for playing. Join us next week as we hop back on Wednesday night, 8/7 Central. Next week is going to be the next installment of the Alphabet series. I believe we're on A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I believe, yes, we're on answers starting with the letter H. And yeah, so this is the new format. Come back, play, have a swaggy time, and we'll see you next week. Ta-ta, kittens.